matter procedurally under some best practices we can institute. And about 25% of the wrongful convictions are the result, believe it or not, of people confessing to the crime but didn't commit the crime. Now that's kind of counterintuitive, I think. Why would somebody confess to a crime that they didn't in fact commit? And that's one heck of a piece of evidence for the district attorney, for the police, and subsequently for a juror to deal with when somebody says, yeah, I did the crime, I'm going to put it on paper, and that's powerful evidence. So under some new best practice, we have to recognize that while that is illogical to most of us sitting in this room, that people would do that, and like I said, counterintuitive, it is in fact happening. Statistically, it's happening. And there are a number of reasons why somebody might confess to a crime. Some of those are procedural within police procedures. And clearly by instituting videotaping all police interrogations, we can see, the courts can see, and can render opinions on, and police supervisors can render opinions on whether the interrogation was properly handled. Did we wrongfully compel somebody to confess to something by undue pressure or undue circumstances, or misinformation used at the interview or the interrogation itself? So, just to sum it up, I think we can institute some best practices to eliminate some of the procedural reasons why people are misidentified and why people wrongfully confess. Under these best practices, whether they're legislated or whether they're mandated by the courts through case law or through police procedures, through the Accreditation Project here in New York State. However we do it, I believe that we need to move ahead, and I'm a firm believer that all felony interrogations in New York State should be videotaped.
Thank you, Chief. And as an aside, there is a report that the Innocence Project put out last year about the 23 exonerations in New York State, and they put together some statistics. And far and away, the most common cause of misconvictions or wrongful convictions was false misidentifications. But surprisingly, in 10 of the 23 cases, there were confessions, apparently, and maybe how the police officer interpreted it. A lot of factors come into that. So that's not such an uncommon thing when 10 out of the 23 cases occur that way. I'm going to call now on Mike Kaluza.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. I first want to thank the Oneida County Bar Association and the Munson-Williams-Proctor Arts Institute for putting on this most important program. Specifically, Mr. Golden and Mr. Mortis have been instrumental in bringing this about. This is their brainchild, and I think it's important for the community. I also want to thank Mr. Newton. Mr. Newton, your story is nothing short of tragic, but uplifting at the same time. Someone in your position, having lost 21 years of their life, would have every reason in the world to want to retreat into sorrow and bitterness. And you're doing just the exact opposite. You're moving forward, but more than just moving forward, you're reaching out, speaking, and trying to help to make the criminal justice system, the very system that took those 21 years, a better thing than you found it. And for that, you should be commended and applauded. Mr. Newton's case, and a lot of cases like it, are real-life examples of every prosecutor's nightmare. Nobody in their right mind would ever want to see a person innocent of any crime convicted, put behind bars. And any prosecutor who would turn a blind eye to or not care about a wrongful conviction is in the wrong profession. In fact, he's probably on the wrong planet. These cases are important. Your story is important to all of us because it helps to push law enforcement, prosecutors, and the community to look for ways to be better in the job of dispensing criminal justice. Better jurors, better police, better prosecutors. And it reminds us as prosecutors